Hey guys, so I was working on a track and I was gonna put this interesting vocal effect on it, and I thought I would do a video on how to do that vocal effect. Basically, what it is you're gonna be putting the you're going to take a piece of the lead vocal, copy it, reverse it, and put a reverb on it, and then you're gonna record the output of that and the the recorded output you're going to reverse back so that the original vocal is forwards again, but there's reverb on the front of it, so it's like reverb heads. Um, it's a cool effect, and it's used in a bunch of movies and all kinds of stuff. So I hope you guys like it.
First thing we're going to do is create a new track, a new audio track. And then just hold down Option and drag the audio to the new track. 1 second. I just want this effect on this very first part. All right, and I have a comp take here, so I'm going to need to flatten and merge it. This just allows you to play around with the audio. You can't use the sample editor window on a comp take like that. All right, next thing I'm going to do is open up a reverb on this track, the track that we just made. I'm going to use, let's see, Platinum Verb. Sounds good. And the effect works best if you have like a nice long reverb. So I'm going to bump up the room size. We also want this to be all effect and no dry vocals. So I'm going to take the dry all the way down and turn the wet all the way up. All right. Then I'm going to double click on our merged region and go to Functions, Reverse. All right. Let's hear how that sounds. All right. Sounds pretty crazy right now. Another thing I like to do just to get the volume up a bit is put a little compression after the reverb. So that those reverb tails really last for a long time. All right. All right, next thing we're going to do is create another track. And then on this first track that we created, I'm going to take the output and send it to a bus. I'm going to use bus 11. Then on the new track that we just created, I'm going to set the input to that same bus, so that the output of this track is going to be feeding the input of this track. Real quick, you also want to, anytime you send anything to a bus, Logic automatically creates a track for you, but we're not going to use that track and we don't need it. So I'm going to go to the mix window here real quick and just delete it. All right, next thing to do is just record enable this track that we're busing to. And then you set the locators so that they're the exact same length as this region. This is actually important. You want the region that you're recording to be the exact same length as this region that we just reversed. And then just hit record. right. The next thing we're going to do is double click on the track that we have the reverb on. I'm just going to mute the old track because we're done with it. We're done with it now. Then you're going to go to functions and reverse again. And let's listen to what we have now. Oops. All right, cool. So that is only the affected vocal. So we're going to use this as like an effect fader, basically. So let's listen to the real vocal with the track, and then mix that affected fader in.
Fit me with another brain, feeding another king. I don't wanna feel a thing. Try to find the time to let go of my mind. Tell me how to let it go.
There it is. Reverb tails on the front of a vocal as opposed to the back of a vocal. There's a lot of plugins that try and do like reverse effects and everything, but this is the only way to actually get reverb tails on the front.
All right, so that is how to get reverb heads out of a lead vocal track. I've used this effect on like guitars and drums and stuff, and you can do the same effect with a delay instead of a reverb, so that the delay kind of goes up to the actual hit happening. So there's lots of cool ways to use this function. I hope you guys liked the video, and stay tuned. I'll be hitting you up with some more, and let me know if you have any questions or any suggestions for tutorials in the future.